So tell me first of all, it's been a few weeks. What have you been up to this summer so far?
I've been working on my book. My grandparents came over, so we've been hanging out with them a lot, going on walks and going to the park and um, training and stuff. I am training more during the summer, so that's our mornings and then afternoons. So I think I've progressed since the start. We're competing next weekend and did a small in-house tournament yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or yeah, we're competing next weekend in Arizona. So we're gonna take a drive up there. Um, we competed in Orlando at the Pan Kids tournament a few weekends ago. Um, yeah, everything's going really well.
Good. All good. How did you do at the Pan Kids tournament?
At the Pan Kids, I got gold, and my brother, he lost his second match, but because his division was so big, he didn't get a medal. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I think he did great. He tried his best, and there's a lot. And he improved a lot. So I'm really proud of
Wonderful.
him.
Wonderful. So I remember earlier in the summer, I remember there were four things you were focused on. Um, Jiu-jitsu was one, your book was one, and I got an update on those. You were also playing with friends and doing Harvard CS 50. So how's the playing with friends doing? Are you having time to play with friends?
Yes, I did do that a lot this summer. Some of them are doing a road trip, and then some are going back to school. Um, kind of early or soon going back to school. But I did have a lot of fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've fulfilled that. And then with the Harvard CS50, I'm still on week one. Um, going very slowly, but I think it's really interesting.
Cool. Again, it's summer, no problem. And you're super young to be doing this at all. So kudos for whatever you do. So the book, tell me about the book. How's the book coming?
I think it's coming along great. I progressed a few pages and a few chapters. Um, there I have a plot that I really like, and a few things that I'm gonna change up. I'm trying to put the character development in, but or not, but it's going good.
Good. And I'm delighted that you remember the character development issue. And when you say plot, are you trying to do a Freytag's triangle sort of thing a little bit, or hero's journey?
Sort of. We're kind of getting there.
What percentage of the way through are you? Are you like 50% done, 20% done, 70% done?
I think I'm trying to make it at least as long as my second month. So I think I'm on like chapter 10 or 9 right now. Um, I think book 2 was a bit longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little more than 50%. Uh,
Excellent.
but yeah, it's coming along.
And do you have a daily writing habit, or is it like once a week, or what's your work style developed into?
To be honest, it's not uh consistent, but I don't take long breaks where I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when I start writing, it's when I was thinking about it and I get a really good idea,
Mm-hmm.
like to change something or make it different or add something, and then
Mm-hmm.
that kind of gets me going. For
Yeah. Do you find yourself thinking about the project between your writing sessions?
Yes,
You're kind of planning what the characters are going to do, what they're going to say, what the plot's going to do, that kind of thing.
yes, yeah.
Would you say that you've got mostly the rest of the book planned out, or it's evolving kind of as you go through it?
I think I have a very short idea of what's going to happen, but usually all the key details kind of come to me when they're supposed to happen.
Hmm. And then with respect to the Freytag's triangle thing, is there a climax that's coming towards the end, or that you're building to, or not already, or you've had lots of them along the way?
I'm trying to get uh I'm trying to have one like really big climax where they go on like submission, but
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd say that that would be the biggest climax.
Got it. And then after the mission, then you'll have like a chapter or two sort of write up, kind of I forget what they call it. Do you remember what they call it after the climax? Resolution, maybe? Is that it? Something like that?
Yes.
Um, have you already thought about that chapter or not yet?
I have briefly. Um, there are some twists and turns that I want to add in there that I've been thinking about
Mhm.
adding other characters and stuff.
You know, as a reader, I find that I always really like the resolution. I don't know what it is. Of course, I love the drama, the excitement, the tension, and everything kind of building up to the climax. And of course, you want the protagonist to win. And somehow, I really like the resolution afterwards. Do you like the resolution part as well, or do you just like the drama going up?
I like the resolution part as well, but I will say that one of my favorite parts of the book is the high climax.
Yeah, of course. And are you thinking about how readers would respond to your book as you organize it, or not yet?
In little ways, like what would readers think about this or that, but not too strongly.
And how is the experience of writing this book different than the experience of writing your last book?
Um, well, I mean, there's a different plot. I'd say that my writing has sort of kind of changed
Hmm.
just in the general use of it.
Hmm.
Um, different ideas come to mind. I'm thinking of different things. So it's pretty different overall.
Hmm. I would say, I write a lot, and I would say, especially with longer projects, as I get more experience writing longer projects, I get better at kind of envisioning the whole thing. That I think when I was a less mature writer, I would just kind of do one bit at a time, and you can use outlines and so forth to kind of organize it. But I would say I'm getting better at kind of having a vision for the whole thing. Do you think that this time you're a little bit better at having a vision for the whole thing than when you were a younger writer?
I think so. Yes.
Got it. And then tell me about the character development. What kind of characters undergo what kind of development?
I think more of what my characters think of other characters, their thought processes. Um, I think the things that they do are different,
Hmm.
or I'm trying to kind of make them different than the other books.
Hmm. I remember your first book better than your second book, but at least, bless you, at least in your first book, my sense is that the character did not think a lot about the other characters. Is that a fair assessment? That
Yeah.
so this is new. And when you say she thinks about the other characters more, do you think she's becoming more a better friend or more sensitive or more critical, or in what way is she thinking about the other characters more?
Um. Well, she is. hmm, Well, I think I'm trying to make the characters not skeptical but more aware.
Hmm.
Because I think when I was younger, I would write not more about their thoughts, just their actions, and I don't think I'm doing a very good job
Hmm.
of doing that in this book either. But I am going to go over it and add things,
Hmm.
so I'll focus on that a lot.
The phrase "more aware," bless you. Uh, the phrase "more aware" is interesting. Would you say that you are becoming more aware as you get older?
Aware of other people, as in the book, or just something else.
It's perfectly general. In what ways? I'll put it a different way. In what ways do you think you might be becoming more aware as you mature?
Um, or I think just aware of other people's actions and what they might resonate to.
Hmm.
Um, part of that is seeing if you can trust somebody. Or I'm trying to learn more about that. Just being aware of my surroundings when we take walks or
Hmm.
if we're somewhere.
Really interesting. Would you say that your characters in your book are more aware of each other? Um, is that part of the awareness? Is there Do they care more about each other, or is it trust? Are they more suspicious of each other, or a little bit of both?
Um, I think a little bit of both, but it's not very emphasized in the book yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yes, I really need to add that.
No, these are very tricky and sophisticated things. But one way I think about this is, every other human being has a mind. I have a mind, you have a mind, your dad has a mind, all your friends have minds. Every other human being has a mind. And there's one way of seeing the world that is just, we see, okay, where's the food? I'm going to go to the food, and we're not kind of thinking about what's Alana thinking, like food. Very simple. And then gradually, I think as we get older, um, we become more aware of the minds of other people and how they're thinking and feeling. And then we can adapt our interactions with them based on how they think and feel. Does that sound right?
Yes,
Would you say you're getting better at adapting your actions based on how other people think and feel?
I think so.
I think I expect you probably are quite a lot. And I also expect it's one thing for it to do it yourself, and then another to get your characters to do it. So I actually like the fact that you're aware that your characters are maybe only a little bit character development. Would you say that you have a more developed character than your characters do?
Um, I think I could assume that just because the book is um her talking about it or the main character talking. Um, so you could sort of tell what she was thinking more than the others.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I'm thinking too is with respect to plotline, this is your third book with respect to plot lines. You've got a lot of experience with plot. I'm sure you've read other stories and thought about lots and lots of plots. So you're a veteran at plotline, whereas character development is a little bit newer. So I would expect it's easier for you to do plot than it is for you to do character development. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Yeah, totally makes sense. Um, so again, you're not even 11 yet. So, when's your birthday coming?
August 17th.
Very cool. I knew it was in August. I don't yet have it remembered, but it's coming up in August. But yeah, I think it's wonderful for you to be thinking about character development at this time. And then, of course, when you write another book, it'll be not only more sophisticated plot-wise, but also more sophisticated character-wise. Um, so you are going to have fun finishing your book?
Yes, I
Is it a
am.
goal? Is it a goal to try to get it done before the beginning of school or not necessarily?
I had a goal to have most of it done as a draft by my birthday.
Wow,
Or yeah, at least most of it. And I think I'm getting there. It may be a little over the date, but it's okay.
very cool. I think your birthday is a cool symbolic deadline for you. Well, wonderful. In which case, good luck and beyond good luck. I hope you have a healthy and good challenge at your tournament next week.
Thank you.
And I also wish you well on your book. So I can't wait to hear how it develops. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.